My team has been asked to assess the profitability of 3 categories from our catalog: furniture, office supplies, and technology, focusing on how to improve the financial health of the company. Data from ChicDesk's order history for the years 2016 to 2019 was gathered for the analysis using the most recent order periods as requested. Profit ratios are a common business metric used to determine the percentage of sales that are profit. The net profit of each category is divided by the net sales of the category to get the profit ratio. Let's take a look at this data in Tableau, a data visualization software for a better understanding. On this dashboard, we can see last month's profit ratio for each category and compare it to the change from the previous month. The tan line on the line chart is the profit ratio of all 3 products combined. When we make selections to the time measurement, the line chart changes. The same things happen when we change the number of units we want to view. For our demonstration, we'll change the time measurement to quarter and review the 10 most recent. Now, if we want to see how each category compares to the overall profit ratio in tan, we'll look for a green line to show up when we select a category. Technology shows 18% profit ratio for the most recent quarter, meaning of the sales in technology, 18% is profit for the company. Most of the green line is above the tan, indicating a higher rate of profit compared to when all 3 categories are evaluated together. As we hover over the data line, we can see information. Last quarter began on July 1st, where they had 17% of profit ratio. In October, the end of the quarter, they had risen 1%. That's where the change from previous quarter is getting its information from. Office supplies had 11% of a profit ratio and went down 8% from the previous quarter. The data for furniture shows something very different. The green line, or profit ratio, is -1. It is well under the profit ratio of all 3 categories when combined. This is the combined profit ratio. This is just the furniture profit ratio. Remember, you can compare the categories by week, monthly, or quarterly, as we just did. When you change the measurement of time, you'll be able to see the percent of change that occurred from the previous week, previous month, and previous quarter. Let's select week. Now we can see that technology dropped 24 points from last week, where it was 30%, and is now 6%, a difference of 24%. Looking at all of the time measurements in the line chart, the green line, representing furniture's profit ratio, is almost always below the overall profit ratio of all the categories. From this, it looks like furniture is the category the company should cut. Let's take another look at the profit ratio of the company and compare the ratios with and without the furniture data. We'll look at May 1st, 2019, with all 3 categories in the last 10 months. Calculating the profit ratio of all categories, May had an overall profit ratio of 14%. When we remove the furniture data, the ratio increases to 23%. That is because any time the category of furniture underperforms, it lessens the overall profit ratio. By viewing and analyzing the specific state of data, it can be determined that the company's financial health can be improved by cutting furniture from our catalog. However, the data we received also contains subcategories, so if we didn't want to cut furniture altogether, we could see which subcategory was causing the negative effects. A look at those subcategories for the 4 years of our data shows that bookcases and tables are the culprits. Notice the relationship between the subcategories of the combined categories of office supply and technology in gray. Furnishing in green now appears to be closer to those two combined. If we were to add chairs to furnishings, it may come out even or on par with the other two categories. From here, we could remove bookcases and tables from the furniture data and rerun the analysis and may get a different outcome. It would be beneficial to look at the data where there are anomalies or drastic dips in profit. It may be an error in data reporting, but also consider what was going on during that time that it may affect sales. These could be disruptions within the company, a change in advertising, or an economic crisis. Maybe the products are of a low quality or overpriced. The point is, the data you choose to look at can greatly affect the outcome of an analysis. Data that gives an answer, but it may not be the answer you are looking for, and there is usually more than one. Do you want to cut a whole category, or would it be more beneficial to weed out the weakest subcategories as a first step? It is wise to take the time to dive deep into more of the data and their relationships to discover the trends that affect the financial health of the company.